We say first people. We say devastation are going in America right now, where it's almost like it's weird. I mean, when you realize we're not far from the days of slavery, we're not far from the days of Nazi Germany, we're not far from a whole heap of things, all the things that we left behind. Because right now, as we speak, a whole heap of so-called aliens in America is rounded up, is being rounded up to be deported in Australia and Israel. The same thing. A whole heap of people from Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia is being rounded up to be deported. The problem with these things is that the people them who is doing the deporting, the land where them are deport the people them from, is not for them own. It's thief it. The people them who control the deporting of people from lands, them thief it. And now they must say people who come from cross borders, who is part of the landmass, is aliens, and they must go back where they might come from. You know, Jacka said the world no level. Jacka said the world no level, and it no really level for true. It no level for true because how can these things be happening in front of our eyes? And we can't do nothing about it. Because power is what this game is all about. Power. It's about power. And who have the power decide the future of where you should be, how you should talk, how you should sleep, how you should dress, how you should eat, how you should have sex, what you are educated about, and just your behavior in general. It's a serious thing. Serious thing. Listen to this. We want to play this clip. Listen.
Most Americans currently own more wealth than all Black American households. The 400 richest Americans currently own more wealth than all Black American households combined. America's the richest it's ever been, but the wealthy and the well-connected have rigged the system so that they scoop up a huge chunk of what our economy produces. The richest 130,000 families in America right now hold about the same amount of wealth as the bottom 117 million families combined. And meanwhile, tens of millions of families are at the edge of a financial cliff. Wages have barely budged in decades as the cost of housing, healthcare, education, childcare have just soared through the roof. But we can level the playing field. My ultra-millionaire tax would apply to the richest Americans, those with over $50 million in wealth. This tax would affect only the richest, and I mean the richest people in our country, roughly about 75,000 households. It'd bring in about $2.75 trillion in just 10 years. We could help millions of Americans who are getting crushed by student loan debt. We could provide universal child care. We could do a down payment on a Green New Deal or Medicare for all. We We need to invest in the middle class so the next kid with a big new idea has a chance to create a great company or discover a life-saving drug. No matter what any billionaire says, that's not radical, that's fair, and that's right. Share this video if you believe it's time that the wealthiest in our country pay their fair share.
Years ago, we used to tell the people them say heaven and hell, the righteous upon earth. And you know, there was a Pope Paul VI. If you Google it, you will see where I'm saying heaven is a condition of the mind. There's no physical place named heaven. This is the Pope we are talking about now. So there's no physical place named heaven. We could have tell him that, I mean, when we say it, it not make no big thing still, but here the Pope said make a whole heap of difference to maybe 1 billion people. Because over 1 billion people out there say them is Christian. But we want to play a little clip with the Archbishop, with the Bishop about heaven and hell. Sometimes when you hear certain things, you have to really let it go and make you realize what you say is not no far-fetched thing. It's not no far-fetched thing. So we want to listen to this.
I don't think hell exists. I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think hell exists. I happen to believe in life after death, but I don't think it's got a thing to do with reward and punishment. Religion is always in the control business, and that's something people don't really understand. It's in the guilt-producing control business, and if you have heaven as a place where you're rewarded for your goodness and hell as a place where you're punished for your evil, then you sort of have control of the population. And so they create this fiery place, which has quite literally scared the hell out of a lot of people throughout Christian history. Mm-hmm. And it's part of a control tactic.
But wait a minute, you're saying that hell, the idea of a place under the earth or somewhere where you're tormented for an eternity, is actually an invention of the church?
I think the church fired its furnaces hotter than anybody else. But I think there's a sense in most religious life of reward and punishment in some form. The church doesn't like for people to grow up because you can't control grown-ups. That's why we talk about being born again. When you're born again, you're still a child. The people don't need to be born again. They need to grow up. They need to accept their responsibility for themselves in the world.
What do you make of the theology, which is quite prominent these days in America, which is that there is one guaranteed way not to go to hell, and that is to accept Jesus as your personal Savior?
Yeah, I grew up in that tradition. Every church I know claims that we are the true church, and they have some ultimate authority. We have the infallible Pope. We have the inerrant Bible. The idea that the truth of God can be bound in any human system, by any human creed, by any human book, is almost beyond imagination for me. I mean, God is not a Christian. God is not a Jew or a Muslim or a Hindu or a Buddhist. All of those are human systems which human beings have created to try to help us walk into the mystery of God. I honor my tradition. I walk through my tradition. But I don't believe my tradition defines God. I think it only points me to God.
You and I are emerging people, not fallen people. Our problem is not that we are born in sin. Our problem is we do not yet know how to achieve being fully human. The function of the Christ is not to rescue the sinners, but to empower you and to call you to be more deeply and fully human than you've ever realized there was the potential within you to be. Maybe salvation needs to be conveyed in terms of enhancing your humanity rather than rescuing you from it.
life is a startling and wondrous experience. And eventually, I think we're going to discover that God is unfolding through the life of our consciousness and our self-consciousness, and is not a parent figure up in the sky. But I believe because I'm related to something that is not bound by time and space, that I will share in whatever God's eternity is.
Okay, so we have to dig deep in our archives to come up with that one there, because we'll have some conversation during the week here with some Christian. And as usual, them want show me say when me I say no really have no merit on the radio, because them listen religiously too. Fortunately or unfortunately, because the time them see me, it's like conversation no matter where, like me in a car park and me pull up me average and say, Muta, are you that? I want to talk to you, know. Trust me, I should have pull off to the length of time when the man did have me talk some things. Anyway, that is a Christian attack there, and it's another perspective, but I really share a whole heap of things where I must say, you know, because if my friend them, maybe the virgin I listen to now too, if a Christian-minded person could have been more open to knowledge, not belief, to knowledge, it would have been a better Christian. Because why is it that you're afraid to challenge your own belief? Because you have to challenge it, and we say it all the while, say doubt is a good thing. Of course doubt is a good thing, because doubt help you to pursue a thing more, to find out about it. When you doubt something, it makes you want to figure it out more, understand it more. But I find a whole heap of people afraid of this thing named doubt. So because them afraid of doubt, them hold on upon the lack of understanding what them should have have if them did explore the thing that them say them doubt. Now I find a whole heap of my brethren and sisters into this program where is mostly Christian minded. Yes, most of them is Christian minded. Them don't really agree with what I say, but it make them kind of try to figure out something. And them really find out, say, when them go start to figure it out, without me in them ears, but in them mind, them really has to say, but wait, that brother I might really have to say something where me need to explore, you know. And most of them explore it. That's why them come to me in all different places. Some come to you very aggressive, some come to you very pleasant, like you never have a pleasant talk until you realize it's something when me step on the radio them really want to talk about, because it's bother them for years and I'm glad that them see me, even in a car park. So why we are saying all of this is because heaven is something where we really have it get to mind in a certain way where it's not real. This idea of heaven is not real. And when we say the idea of heaven, we are talking about the heaven as it was given to us. It was given to us. It's not we come up with it. We born come hear this thing about heaven and hell. And we're scared of both of them. We're scared of heaven because we feel say if we don't do certain things, there's someone that is watching you that not going to make you go there. So right away we start to fear that something or someone. We're scared of hell because we feel say that place where fire burn, blaze and burn up, you go and burn up for 1,000 years and this and that, all these terrible things. And we grow up with that thinking. and you could have ball blood. You have some people in a Jamaica where heaven to them is a place. It's a place where when you die and you live a certain way, you're going to go there. Majority of Jamaican people believe that. Them actually believe, say, when them dead, if them pay them tithes, and if them go to church and say, our Father who art in heaven, and the Lord my shepherd, and them don't thief, them don't kill, them don't covet them neighbor, wife, husband, whatsoever, them is going to go to this place in the sky. It's got it, that's it deep, you know. And that's the depth tide coming out when you really believe, say, there's a place in the sky that when you die, you will go there. And the converse is true, that there's a place under the earth that you don't have to die to go there. You just get wicked and your body going to burn. One, you have to die to go there now. One, when you go there, you are going to burn up, you're not going dead. It's a weird thinking. It's a weird belief system. And when you just imagine it for a while, just imagine it for a moment. There's a place in the sky that when you die, you are going to go there. What you're going to do up there, I don't know, but you are going to go there. There's a place under the earth named hell that you don't have to die to go there. But guess what? When you go there, you're not going dead either. Because this fire is going to torment you and torture you and burn you for eternity. Just think about that. And we grow up. Black people, we are talking about now. We're not talking about the other set of people them. We are talking about black people. The majority, 99%, I don't even know if I want to say 99%, but it must be in the 90s. 90% of Jamaican people, whether them is Little Picnic, because I was here so Little Picnic, 5-year-old I sing some song, you know, we was started them by elder folks, older folks. There's no way a little 5-year-old, a little 4-year-old can decide for himself about heaven and hell. No way. So the indoctrination start deep, and it grew up with it from 5-year-old to 55-year-old to 105-year-old. Deep. Because in between that is other things that will come in your consciousness for brainwashing to the point where it just leak out all rational reasoning where you should have as a human being about certain things. So that belief system become your powerhouse and your tool to defend yourself against things where you should have explore. And it's the exploration we want to deal with. Why is it that the examination of things that was taught to us over the years, why is it that we feel guilty if we start to question these things? Just question it. We don't come to no conclusion yet. We just question it. The question is, why should we believe that? The answer is the same thing. If you don't believe it, you're going to go to hell. Believe and you will live. You hear them say? Love him and live, eat him and die. And we never talk about eat, you know. We are talking about just the idea that I believe, but I want to explore this understanding where you give me. I want to explore it. I want to figure it out for myself and come back to you. No. Figure out what? You must be a slave to the belief. That is where them have you must be a slave to the belief. Why, what you want to find out? What you want to know? What you want to question? Don't question this thing. Who's you to question? Can the pot question the maker? them talk, they will them give you and make you even can't even question it, because sometimes you can't question it, you know, but the intelligence don't click in or trip in, because you are so overwhelmed by these thinking and these sayings that you have no time for rationally, intellectually, and critically figure it out. There's no time to figure out nothing. It's now, you're going to burn in hell. You know, long we are here say, Judgment Day is on the horizon. Judgment Day, but you don't think about the horizon. The thing about the horizon, that there's no horizon. The thing about it. The thing about the sky touching the sea, or the sun touching the water when it is evening, is an illusion. It is an illusion. When you stand up out on Negril, or anywhere where you can't see the east and the west, when you stand up and you look and you see the sun, and it is going to 6 o'clock, it's going to 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then you see the sun, half of the sun you can see, and the other half you think it in the water. It is an illusion. Nobody believes that the sun is touching the water. And I don't know if logics and rational thinking cannot tell you that the sun is not on top of the water. I don't know what it is. But then, who believe that? Who believe it? Who believe that at the horizon, the sun touched the water? The sun is 90 million miles from the earth. Who believe that the sun actually touched the water? Because it looked like it touched the water. Your eyes is saying that it touched the water. And it just disappear into the water. I mean, you see it going into the water. A little baby might believe, say, it touched the water and it going into the water, because that's what your eyes see. And you believe that until you grow up and examine and explore the thinking. And when you examine and explore the thinking, you realize, say, but this don't make no rational sense, no logical sense. Because now you're going to start doubt that. You're going to start doubt, say, but the sun really touch the water for true. And you're going to ask, and you're going to hear your mother say, stop your damn foolishness. Or the sun forgot touch the water. But you hear about a man will walk on it, a son will walk on the water. Maybe it's the same horizon. Just maybe, when I say it is, just maybe it's the same sun, S-U-N, going further west in the eyes beholding it, and it is walking on the water. At a given time of the day, the sun walks on the water. That is a metaphor. That is a metaphor. But we actually replace that sun with a man, S-O-N, walking on the water. And we can't question it, because we're not living in societies that say we are human beings with brains, and we have to explore what we doubt. That is how people discover things that make life more meaningful for people live, because they start to question. Even in a laboratory where you're there, when you go to school, when you're at school and we have a science project, The reason why you have a theory is because you want to prove the theory right. And the theory is almost like a doubting tool. A theory is like a doubting tool. And you're going to the laboratory now to prove a theory that you don't have to doubt anymore. Because you use logics and calculations to find out, say, this, that, x plus that equals that, and you come to that realization, say, this is how it goes. So you can use that formula now to do other things. So why we not go to these things that we learn and we believe in, like how we go to an experiment in a laboratory to prove, say, this is true and this is not true. Because every time we want to prove we believe true, we go to the same belief to prove that belief. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense that you use a belief system to prove a belief system right. Oh, that work. That don't make no sense. And that is really we're caught up in as African people in the Western world. So we go to a belief system with a belief system. We're designed from the same belief system where we are doubt to come to a conclusion about the belief system where we want to eradicate as a belief system. But it can't be eradicated as a belief system because what? You use the same logics to prove the belief system right. And we continue to do it for years. And nothing happen for we. Only not to say nothing happen for we. On the mind, humanity side. Nothing happen for we. Because it's everything I go straight. It a twist and a turn and a bend up. And I go sideways. You know, so we go sideways. All the evangelism, all the crusades, all the this and all the that. The scheming and the jobbing and the fear mongering, where fear putting away, where all of them religious manifestations putting away, and you start to fear, because them say the fear of God is the beginning of knowledge, and it don't go that way. Fear, love and fear is not something where walk hand in hand. I'm actually love God and fear Him. Why? Why you fear if you don't discern things, you are going to die? And when we look on the wicked men in the societies and all over the world, them is progressing in the most glamorous and great ways. And them live for 80, 90 years old. And you tell me now, say, don't worry, when them dead, them judgment are going to reach them. It's crazy. It's crazy. Judgment are going to reach what? Nobody will tell you these things know what happened when the man dead. Them don't know. It's a belief system that teach them that belief. You hear me I say? Me say it's a belief system that teach them to believe that. Because they don't know. And most of the things them we believe we know will start us by people who believe them know. We're going to keep repeating that. We're going to keep repeating it over and over and over and over. Most of the things them that we believe we know will start us by people who believe them know. And the society is based upon a peer belief system, and nobody's trying to examine and explore the belief system to realize a lot of it not going to work for human existence. Because the more them go into the belief system, is the more them create and design things for corrupt and for make life miserable for human beings and all other creatures, including the plant them upon the earth. Terrible thing. Terrible thing. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. Yeah, this is the Cutting Edge on IRFM. I go through the paces. Part of this program is some Christian brethren them, because I buck up so much of them that I can't come up on the radio and ignore it. You understand? And a whole lot of people might hear me and I play something and I say, well, I play them things there. But we have to know, say, a whole heap of different people that listen to this program over the years. You understand? Some of them is a source to them understanding, knowledge, and even belief, and even doubt too. So when we do things, we don't just do it out of bounds, even though it might sound out of bounds. We do it because we know that there's a certain mindset that listen. And when them listen, they want to hear exactly why me say certain things. And sometimes they have to hear it in a them language. When we say them language, now we are talking about them belief system. Not necessarily the language of French, German and thing, but we go where they are and meet them on the road where they are. You know, we don't afraid to go there. You understand? We don't afraid to go there because we know, say, we have been on that road and we explore the road and we come to an understanding about that road and know, say, we must take the other road. You understand? Because there's so many leaves, it's just one tree, and so many rivers, it's just one sea. So when we move, and we calculate the move. We don't just move impulsively, like we don't know whither we are going. We're not like the man who just travel. Because you know, on the next part, that shepherd, and we have enough of them we are lead people them. There is a parable about the shepherd. What shepherd have 99 sheep, 100 sheep, and one of them go astray, and him don't let the 99 and go look for the one. The problem with these shepherds nowadays is that them have 100, we're not going to say sheep, we're going to say goat. And one of the goat them go away. And them left the 99 goat and go look for the one goat. And when them find the one goat, them stay with them there and slaughter the goat and cook him. So I'm very scared of these shepherds nowadays. Because I might be the one that them looking for. And I just hope that them don't find me, because they might slaughter me and eat me. And come home back and say, why, you know, say, I'll never find the one goat. I will just go and settle with the 99. I am that one goat. But guess what? I'm not going to make you slaughter me. Because nowadays, these shepherds not going to bring home the one goat. I was saying go through too much problem with this goat. I mean, just butcher the goat and done. Terrible. I know the visual look terrible. I can see some people though I visualize what I say. But it's a terrible thing when we grow up in our belief system. And if we turn right, it's dead with we. If we turn left, it's dead with we. If we go forward, it's dead, we go backwards, it's dead with we. And you know, say something wrong. You know, say something wrong. You can't put your foot on it. You can't put yourself to find out. I know something wrong with this thing. And what the hell is wrong? But guess what? You are not allowed to explore it. And you see, if you ever book up a little something will make you start to explore it, the amount of damnation will come down upon the giver or upon the one who allow you to explore it. The things that when you hear about that one, you're the one if it's a human being. You're the one if it's a human being. Because me I tell you, when you hear certain things that some people think, you know, not talk about people, big woman, big man, and young boy, you know, in them 30s and 40s, and people in them 70s, and you listen to them on all the radio, I try to convince you, and I tell you, say the only name that can be saved, you know, and the name them when I give is just one name, and you say, I want to let them know, say the name where them I tell you about, no historical. How can a name save you? How that go? Explain to me. And then they will use the same place we tell them, say only the name can save them. It's the same place them go to explore why the name can save them and give you the argument from the same place. Or you can use that to validate where you say, where me no like, or me no understand, or me no want to believe. Or you can use the same place to validate that. You have to go look somewhere else. You have to go look somewhere else. The time is 12 o'clock. And this is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Best I love listening to this brethren. I quote this and I quote that. And one of the time he said to me, you know, say, a whole heap of things where you doubt are come to pass now. And when I say, when I doubt, you know, I say, yes, a whole heap of things in the Bible where say, it is now being fulfilled. I say, like which part? You say, I mean, like which part? I mean, a whole heap of things, man. That is really what I love to tell you, a whole heap of things. For instance, there are many here that shall not see death until the Son of Man appear. Now I say, where you read that from? Him say it in the Bible. There are many here that shall not see death until the Son of Man appear. I say, who said that? Him say, Jesus said that. I say, who am I said to? Him say, I mean, who am I said to? You know, the people them. So I could hear what the man said. Him say, there are many here that shall not see death. The problem with we and these people who saying these things is that them listening to the reader and not the person who is saying the thing. And I hear a man say this one time too, you know. I am a man a reason and I show him say, but most of the time you interpret the thing, you know, you interpret it from you reading it, not from the man who is saying it. You know, if a man say in front of you that there are many here that shall not see death, who am talking to? It's not me I talk to 100 years after, 500 years after, 2,000 years after. But that is how most people read into the thing. Them read it for me and say, a lot of we hear so right now will not see death until the Son of Man come. But the man who was saying that was saying it in front of some people, if him did that say it 2,000 years ago, him did that say it in front of some people, say, you see the owner will stand up here, so I will leave pound and now go see death. But we come read it 2,000 years after now, and I say, him a talk about we. It don't work that way. You can't be interpreting the thing based upon what the reader say. You must interpret the thing based upon what the person who's read about saying. So a whole heap of things that you hear where these people tell you say, this is going to happen and that is going to happen. And when you ask them who say, them say it's not the Bible. The people them talk to the people them in front of them. The people it's not people I will live 2,000 years after. That don't make no sense. That makes sense to me. I don't know if it don't make sense to you. Because if I turn up here to now and say, on the radio now, you know, say, a whole heap of who know what listen to me now. You know, so they don't like me. Who me I talk to? Is it a whole heap of who know what listen to me now? 2,000 years a man have a right that now, you know, 2,000 years after I say, you know, a whole heap of who is listening to me now don't like me. I not talk about the people that are 2,000 years who are going to live 2,000 years after me gone. It's the people that want to listen to me now, me I talk to. But that is how these people now try to cut off them foot for fit the shoes, for put fear in you, for make you believe something with them believe in, what them don't know about. And them create a whole heap of little mysticism round a bag of words that was written 2,000 years ago to make you feel say these words was being spoken to you. A man have to write a letter and him write it letter to the Romans, letter to the Ephesians, letter to the Corinthians. And based up off the time when I write it, he might write it based up off at that time. And you have to read it now and I say, see there, he might talk about me. Does not nature teach you? Him say, does not nature teach you that for a man to have long hair is a shame? Well, paraphrasing it, but that is the jukebox of the matter. Him say, does not nature teach you? Teach who? Not me. And the people them who him a talk to, and which part of nature teach you say a man must have long hair? Which part of nature teach you that? Which part of nature teach you that? Does not nature teach you that for a man to have long hair? That means no, a man now who's a Christian now read that to me as a Rasta now, you know. And I show me say that don't nature teach you. Nature don't teach me nothing. But me no say I have no long hair. So me must go follow that now. Because I'm going to cut off him, you know, because him read that now Paul talk to some Romans. And you don't know what him having a film mind, why him a claim that. Because him a film own agenda as a Roman citizen, according to them. So if nature teach him, and him writes a woman must cover her head in the church. Who am I talk to? Is the woman them who in the church in a film time? I know my woman him a talk to. I know my woman him a talk to. The letter was written. It's like I ever write a letter now to IRFM and RGR, find it and go read from the radio and say them I talk to, and I talk to RGR, IRFM I talk to. I know business with RGR. If I write a letter to IRFM and put to IRFM, Grove Broadcasting, and somewhere along the line it dropped, and a man carried go RGR and say, I'll find a letter written to IRFM, and a man take it to IRFM and read it from the radio. From RGR, read it from the radio. And I talk like say, I did not talk to RGR, I did not talk to RGR, it's IRFM I talk to. So them cartway, them catchway, not only fastening a people private business letters, but also now incorporate these things in our thinking and start to feel shameful and guilty about it and lose ourselves. That we do have nothing for Olampan now, because everything we got Olampan is some little primitive, barbaric, uncivilized thinking. So our culture become a no-no, because this culture now is supposed to validate all the things them that we want to be good and all the things them that is bad. Man, I talk to people 2,000 years ago and you take it like it's you in my talk to. And you can't tell them no different. You can't tell them say nothing can't work away there. Me can't write a letter to my mother. Muta Baruka write a letter to his mother, and you go take it up now and true. You say, Mother, I love you very much. It don't mean say I love you over there. So you is a mother of an next person say, boy, Muta love him mother. That is what you are going to say, you know. Muta love him mother. You're not going to say Muta love my mother. Mother, I love you. You are my mother for years, and I love you very much. And you take that letter and carry it to the next one and say, whosoever, Muta, I love you. Mama, I love you. The words can go for any mother, but I was specific. I was specific. There are many that shall not see death. I was talking to a specific amount of people sitting in front of me. Oh, we become so passive. Oh, we become so ignorant that for 500 years we have been grappling with life that has been bestowed on us by Mother Earth and Mother Nature. And we have this thing named life and the gift to get up and do something about our situation. And we just go on and go on and go on. So I make them catch me in some other little frivolous thinking and doings that we forget say we are life, man. We is humanity. We're black. We're African. And we start the whole thing. And we drop it off somewhere. Because some guys come and rip our guts and rip it out of our mother. And make our mothers get scared. Because them don't want what happened to the father, happened to them children. So them also get passive. Because when you see your husband as a woman get tied between two horses, one on him left hand and one on him right hand, and when you see that guy whip the ass and the socket of the two and them just bust out of the body, and the woman pregnant sit down and watch that happen to her husband, what do you think she going to do when that child born? Especially if it's a boy child. She now go want that happen to her child. So she become passive and subservient to the powers that be. That say, look you know, anything them say, just do it. And remember this life story happened in 1968 when it said, this Netflix, when they see us, one of the youth them in there, him father tell him, say, look here, just tell the police them what you said, this and just admit what them are say. I lie the police them are telling you. Lie the police them are telling you. And the youth say, yes, it said this, say this, say you did see this and say you did see that. And the father come and say, look here, I want you come home. So just tell them what them want to hear and come home. And the youth say, nah, do it. And we are talking about real story now, we are talking about fiction. And them have the youth there in a prison, abuse him in all different ways. Life story, kind of on the TV I talk about him life. They make a movie about the whole of them 5 youth, them life. And the youth in a prison. And every time him go for parole, them say, all right, you have been here how much years now? Are you now ready to admit that you was part of the gang that raped this woman? And the youth say, I didn't rape no woman, I never raped no woman, and I never say I raped no woman. And them get locked up again for a couple of more years. And every time he go to the parole officer, the parole asks him the same question. Are you willing now to say that you was part of the one them that raped the woman? And him said, no, and all the things them women go through, the rape in a prison, the beating, the all sort of things will happen to him in a prison. And now him up on the road and help other people who go through this thing. How much away would I do that? How much away would I take the shortcut? Because what we realize is that we don't even, we not even go through the idea of parole. We not go through the idea of no parole, you know, because them don't even have to force you to say this or force you to say that, you know. The things them why you say and do, them put it on the TV, them put it in your food, them put it in your school, them put it in your church, them put it in your politician, them put it in your everyday life. So when you turn right, is it? And when you turn left, is it? And you turn right. You have to dig deep inside of yourself. To come out tight, to wiggle yourself out tight. Sometimes the pain where you go through to come out tight is not bearable. Sometimes you have to just bear the pain, because you know, say, life, you deal with, just life. It's a serious thing we find ourselves in now. But what we think is not real, but we make it become real because we don't dig deep into the alternative, which is yourself, ourself, our African self. We can't dig deep. Because we don't even know, we don't even have the tools and the method in which we can also go dig. And when you are given the tools, you're building the wrong house with it. When them give the machete, instead of you go plant the food, you go chop somebody with it. Where we going? And look where we come from. If we didn't know what we know now, then it would be a different thing. If we didn't know where we know then, or where we know now, if we didn't know it them time there, it would be a different thing. But we have to have bob and weave. We have to have bob and weave in our own area, in our own family, in our own city, in our own community. We have to have bob and weave. Because sometimes the greatest struggle is a struggle we have with your own, in your own family, in your own community. If you get rid of this mentality. This mentality where you sit down in a bus and you eat and you just throw the styrofoam bags outside of the window on a clean asphalt paved street. Black like tar. You throw the white styrofoam on the black tar. I saw it show up more. It's a mentality that even that hand that show it out of the bus, they will understand that it might create some devastation that ripple right through the earth. Not just stop right there, so it ripple right through the earth. Because the first word that was spoken never stop travel. Sound no stop travel. The first word where was spoken still a travel. Oh, we're going to fix it. When we have so much of our brethren and our sisters in them just dark, in the dark. And sometimes in the dark you have to find the light. Because what is darkness? Because darkness is not the absence of light. Darkness absorbs light. Because it's out of darkness come light. So the darkness absorbs the light. It is not the absence of light. And we people who is darker than blue, we still have to wake up to the light inside our way. The light, the inner way. We don't need no candlelight. Because we are the light. I are the light, the eye are the light, and the eye are the light. Now let them tell you no different. And if you know say you are the light, you're going to see how bright you shine. You know the brightest light is one candle on a dark hillside. I tell you, you ever walk a bush and see this one candle light or one light upon the side of a hill? Oh my gosh, man. Serious light that. It's a different light from you see 50 light upon a candle light from a hillside. Different light. When you just see one light that shine. With your countryman and dark night, and you go through some bush, and when you stand up on top of the hill and you look over the other side of the hill, you see this one little light just a burning in the darkness. So why all of we can't be like that light, that candle light that a burn on the hillside, the dark hillside? Because we are the darkness that the light came out of. Out of dark come forth light, out of black come forth white. We have to take charge of our Africanness. We have to take charge of how we view ourselves and what we put into ourselves. Because we have been putting all these things that don't correspond with DNA, don't correspond with energy, with thoughts, that now we have become worse than them who give it us. And we don't know how we and them are going to work it out. When we wake up, we don't know how we and them are going to work it out, because we are going to wake up. We are going to wake up. One day we're going to wake up. And we will realize about what the hell has been happening here. And it's going to fix. So, we want if you're going to be part of the fixture or the fixing. We want to play this with my Christian friend them. My brethren, my Christian brethren them, thank you for waking me to this program here. Because after you, why we're doing this program here this way. This is the cutting edge on RFM. This is the cutting edge. So, look for my brethren and I say, tell me something. You think dogs go to heaven or hell? Because I look on two of my dog, them I maneuver around the house and I say, okay, I wonder if dogs believe in God. Because if dogs believe in God, like how man believe in God, and man declare that God is he or she, I wonder if dogs believe that God is a dog, or a cat believe that God is a cat. A very childish question. A very childish question. But it's a childish question because you don't know and you're trying to find a answer to what you don't know. So you might have to go to people who claim that them know about heaven or hell. Are their dogs burning in hell because of something they did wrong? Or who decide that a dog is wrong or right? Is it a dog or is it a cat? Or maybe it's a man? Because man perception and concept of God and devil was created by him. Man perspective of wrong and right was created by him. Man create wrong and right to have an either order or disorder in communities and nations. So, when a lion eat an antelope, will that lion go to heaven or will it go to hell? But maybe them don't have no concept of heaven or hell. So the childish question is, will there be lions in heaven and tigers and elephants and snakes and, you know, all these beautiful creatures, these birds? Will they be in heaven? Or will those of us who go to hell, will we go down there and see some lions burning, tigers, snakes, mosquitoes? It's a very childish question. But we used to animals here, and God made all these creatures according to what we have learned. So why wouldn't there be a place for them in that beautiful place called heaven? Or a place for them in that terrible place called hell? What would allow a dog, a cat, a goose, a sheep to go to heaven? It's a childish question. But sometimes a child needs answer. We need that answer. Because sometimes I feel like a child. And when a child I talk about below 3-year-old, I tell my mother the man who, the big fat father with that kiss me, and I tell her exactly when him kiss me. And she said, oh, me remember that, because I was less than 3-year-old. And she said, oh, me remember that. I said, me remember though. Big fat belly white father put kiss me right next to my forehead. You remember that? At less than 3-year-old. That's deep. That I could remember that. I'm a mother shocked when she said this and remember that. She said, oh, me remember that, and she never too long and tell me that yet. So this idea of animals, a pair of every animal was saved in the ark with 8 people. Was that a heavenly space? I don't know. Do elephants sit and try to figure out what them shouldn't do and what them should do? Like, an animal should not lie with a dog. An elephant should not lie with a dog. Nor a dog lie with a cat. Because whosoever do these things is abomination to the Lord. Elephant blood. Or dog blood. Dog God. Cat God. It's just child. It's just a child thing. It's a child thing. We are working with a child thing. This is the Cutting Edge and I FM. So we'll play this for you.
So where did we get the name Jesus? The name of Jesus has been popularized the world over. It has been called the only name by which one can be saved. And it is a name that has come into existence only in the last 500 years. So what is the name Jesus? The name Jesus is a transliteration. To transliterate means to replace the letters or characters of a word with corresponding letters in another alphabet. Words may be transliterated into the Roman alphabet from their originals in Greek, Chinese, Japanese, and so on. The result is a transliteration, which preserves the form of the original as distinct from a translation, which gives the equivalent word, often unrelated in form, in another language. For example, pteron is a transliteration from Greek, and wing is its translation. The name of Jesus hasn't been transliterated just once, but it's been transliterated 3 times. From Hebrew to Greek, from Greek to Latin, and from Latin to English. From Yeshua to Jesus, from Jesus to Jesus, and from Jesus to Jesus. When a word is transliterated, it loses its original meaning. That's because a transliteration preserves only the form of the original. So you use English letters to sound out a foreign word. A translation gives the equivalent word in another language.
You know, say, I want to play over that little part there. Forgive me, but I have to play over that little part. Just a little part that make you hear exactly what this real thing is all about. Just a little part about it don't mean the same. It just maintain the form. Listen. We can't find it.
The name Jesus is a transliteration. To transliterate means to replace the letters or characters of a word with corresponding letters in another alphabet. Words may be transliterated into the Roman alphabet from their originals in Greek, Chinese, Japanese, and so on. The result is a transliteration, which preserves the form of the original as distinct from a translation, which gives the equivalent word, often unrelated in form, in another language. For example, pteron is a transliteration from Greek, and wing is its translation. The name of Jesus hasn't been transliterated just once, but it's been transliterated 3 times. From Hebrew to Greek, from Greek to Latin, and from Latin to English. From Yeshua to Jesus, from Jesus to Jesus, and from Jesus to Jesus. When a word is transliterated, it loses its original meaning. That's because a transliteration preserves only the form of the original. So you use English letters to sound out a foreign word. A translation gives the equivalent word in another language. It doesn't sound at all like the word in the original language. It sounds like an English word. Therefore, Jesus has no meaning in English. Jesus has no meaning in Latin. And Jesus has no meaning in Greek. They are just forms of the original Hebrew word. We know that Jesus was a Jew.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But I hope my Christian friend them will listen to this, you know. I really hope say my Christian friend them will listen to this thing, yeah. Because really, it's things where we have to say long time. We don't even listen to this thing, yeah. It's things where we have to say long time. We have to dig deep to find them thing. I have to come put it on the radio, you know. Because I hear people say, what kind of fool is that talk about? Say no man never named Jesus and all them something there. The farm has nothing to do with the original. It's just a word where do have no meaning, which sound like the original word, but it do have no meaning. So when you hear where I say, there was no Jesus, I remember the first time I tell Ian Bourne that, and him say, yeah, I understand what you're saying on Mutabaruka, but you can't say that because people feel, say, you see that? Ian Bourne actually tell me that, you know. Him say, I understand what you're saying, but you can't say that. Because him want to keep saying Jesus, and the whole world, Western world, want to keep saying it. Even though them know, say, it don't have no meaning. But you want to put meaning to it and say, this man is a historical man. There is no other name that man can be saved. Anyway, we can continue this.
So we know that Jesus has a Jewish name. And that Jewish name of Jesus has a meaning. Yeshua is the name of Jesus in Hebrew. Yeshua is translated with the English word salvation. So Yeshua means salvation. So why does that matter? Well, let's look at some of the verses where the word Yeshua occurs. In Genesis 49:18, we read, I have waited for your salvation, O Lord. Now, the interesting thing about this verse is that it comes in the middle of Israel's blessing to the 12 tribes, to his 12 sons. It looks like it's just kind of inserted there between Dan and Gad. The next occurrence, the Lord is my strength and my song. He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a dwelling place. My Father's God, and I will exalt him. It's interesting. Yeshua, he has become my Yeshua. It says the Lord is the reference to he is my God, the Lord, and I will prepare him a dwelling place. Well, it's interesting that Jesus has a dwelling place as well. In John 1:14, it says, and the Word, which is a reference to Jesus, became flesh and dwelt among us. He had a dwelling place among us. So it's an interesting little correlation. Another verse here in 1 Chronicles 16:23 reads, sing unto the Lord all the earth, show forth from day to day his salvation. Or show forth from day to day his Yeshua. This one is a good one. Psalm 3:8. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. Now, it's an interesting thing in Hebrew poetry, which is what this is. The first line has ideas that are parallel to the phrase in the second line. So, salvation belongs to the Lord. Yeshua belongs to the Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. It's like saying Yeshua is a blessing, is a gift to your people. The salvation of the Lord is a gift to the people. So Yeshua is our gift. The Lord is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Psalm 28:8. The saving strength of it. Now, that word saving there is also the Hebrew word Yeshua. And the interesting thing about this verse is that we have Yeshua and we have Mashiach in the same verse. Mashiach is the Hebrew word for Messiah. So we see that the Lord is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his Messiah, of his anointed. The Lord has made known his salvation, his righteousness he has openly shown in the sight of the nations. Psalm 98:2. Now, it's interesting, we read in the New Testament that Jesus was made a public display. He was not hidden away. His act on the cross was not something that was done in private. It was done in a very public place so that all that came by would see him. It's like he was openly shown in the sight of the nation. So we have here in Psalm 98:2 that the Lord has made known his Yeshua, and his righteousness he showed in the sight of the nation. So Jesus on the cross, dying although he had no sin, was openly shown that his salvation was occurring right there in public.
Yes, so we're making a point here. I hope you get the point. We're making a point here to my Christian friends. I hope you get the point. You understand? Because there's a man who believe like you, we say Christ and all the things that go with Christianity. But him trying to show you that, look here, you see the name where you are called every day. No work out. And me who not believe in them something there, could I go show you that. For years now we are showing you that. And you go on like say, we don't know what we are saying. And there's so much people who is awakening to this reality. Because we have been doing this thing, we have been bamboozled, we have been tricked, we have been lied to. And people die for a belief. Them not die for them know, you know. Them die for a belief. Millions of people dead for some strange belief. We don't have nothing to do with reality. Nothing at all. Brunswick label, Eugene Records. I mean, all the label. Not that one, but that one is Robbie Lynn. Please, Sunrise, please, with all Barbara Eklund sing as the vocal. Oh gosh, man, certain tune was sticking ahead. Reggae version, yes, Cutting Edge.
Yes, smooth, blessed.
How is this?
First time caller, long time listener.
All right, sir.
Yes, my general. You know what more you have to do for me in a night or anytime you can do it. More you have to play about the tape, the art of war.
In the night, yeah. Not a 1.5 hour long.
If I even in a night I miss.
Hear me now.
You play my general.
Yeah, but a 1.5 hour long that, Virgin. That is a program by itself.
If somebody to a beg you, but me tell you from now, so you put it on your agenda.
Alright, sir. Alright, yeah, man.
Art of war.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah, man. Definitely.
And my general, me have more fundamental things to take, so but me want a WhatsApp number for you half the year, my general.
Alright.
I want a WhatsApp number for you.
Alright, we have a call about the operator.
Yes, my boss.
Alright, blessed, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, man. The Art of War. The big tape lad from them time, the Art of War. Alright, where we play this? Where we play this? Reggae version, yes, cutting edge.
Yes, smooth, blessed.
How is this?
First time caller, long time listener.
Alright, sir.
Yes, my general. You know what more you have to do for me in a night or anytime you can do it. More you have to play about the tape, the art of war.
In the night, yeah. Not a 1.5 hour long.
If I even in a night I miss.
Hear me now.
You play my general.
Yeah, but a 1.5 hour long that, Virgin. That is a program by itself.
If somebody to a beg you, but me tell you from now, so you put it on your agenda.
Alright, sir. Alright, yeah, man.
Art of war.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah, man. Definitely.
And my general, me have more fundamental things to take, so but me want a WhatsApp number for you half the year, my general.
Alright.
I want a WhatsApp number for you.
Alright, we have a call about the operator.
Yes, my boss.
Alright, blessed, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, man. The Art of War. The big tape lad from them time, the Art of War. Alright, where we play this? Where we play this? This is the cutting edge on RFM, yes.
Yel Mota.
Yeah.
Yel Mota.
May I hear you, man?
Yeah, man, blessed. I mean, that song, remember, I know it's a Fab 5, remember, come on, that song come out the same time when you did have, every time
I hear the sound.
Yeah, you know, the early 81, no?
In the 80s, yeah, in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, man, remember that song.
I only for people that believe it's me too. I only for people that believe it's my tune.
No, me know it's a Fab 5.
Yeah.
Fab 5, because I kind of follow Fab 5. Fab 5 over that song, you know, Black Man Be Proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, from them time, I see the come here to live a movie, you know.
Oh, you used to live a movie, yeah?
Click in the eye. Out of the road about this, so when there's no sign, I know, there's a little park where they used to call Lovers Park. It was an amphitheater or whatever. When I come up on the hill.
Where the library there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you're at, the amphitheater.
One park in the right.
Roundabout there, you know.
Yeah, roundabout there.
Yeah.
And they used to have a dance hall just across, so a Club Laranda. Yeah, on 4th Street, that's all. Yeah, man, me used to live a movie and me used to say I got through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the early years.
Give thanks, man. We're still there,
yeah,
you
man,
know?
bless up. Go on to the good work, see?
All right, blessed, man.
Yeah, man, I borrow from Portmore.
All right, give thanks. Yeah, from them time, you know, the first time we got mobile, them they have the double-decker bus, them. Yeah, the same one, them you see in England. I bet you a people never know that. It's a double-decker bus used to drive a mobile. Yeah, man. You know, a man there England, you know, and a Jamaican guy England, and him see the double-decker bus, you know, and him going on the bus, and him see some people go upstairs and come back down. Him just run, come back. Him say, where you come back down? He say, oh, you think me idiot? You know, see nobody now drive up there. Yes, this is the cutting edge on RFM. Blessed.
Yeah. Remember, me somewhere where I post from the Bible about Paul.
You have to talk louder.
Yeah.
You gone? Why you gone, man? How the Virgin gone, man? Yes,
Yes, Muta.
you again?
Yes, man, I'm the same one, man.
I was going with the phone a while ago.
I don't know, you know, Rasta. I come like me, just stand up around bad place.
Okay, so they are a good place now.
Yeah, man, they are good place now. I mean, it's out there, we can pull us, we ask the eye for the tape, you know.
Which tape?
I tell me, we show the eye first.
Which tape?
Which tape? You know, me drop a tape last week.
Which tape you are talking about?
The Rasta man reward Ethiopia them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but me not find it yet.
Yeah, but who me never get to remember your first week.
Yeah, me not say me never remember. Me I tell you say me not find it. That's cassette them thing that they pan, you know.
Yeah, no.
Them man, you know, cassette, you forgot say cassette days, me I do them thing, them man. Me carry a cassette deck, go to Ethiopia, go tape it, a Shasha man, me have it pan CD.
Yes, I know.
You have people out there who have it pan CD still. You have people who have it pan CD out there though. Yes, I'm sure, yeah. If anybody out there have it, can just make me know, you know, because certain things me I look for you right now from them time there, yes. I don't know if Rum Lane have it. Rum Lane, good to have it off a cassette that you know, believe you.
Yeah, no, Moon Mine after if you could have find it, you know.
Yeah, Moon Mine find it either, trust me, but I like find it too. Alright?
Yeah, man, you can.
Yeah,
Muta Baruka.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man, morning.
Morning, sir.
Man, so me have a story that I experienced the other day, and a lot of people must have experienced it with this Stampede loan place.
But this what?
They lend you money when you go, so they lend you money.
Oh,
right?
Oh,
the loan place them what they have.
Okay, same deal
One
things.
name Torpedo. I went there to do application for a loan. So when you go there and say like, if you want the loan for a week, you pay like $5,000, and depends on how much money you want, and you pay like $3,000 if you want it for 2 weeks, and so on. You go there and make the application for the loan, and you're waiting for the week. 1 week after they call you and tell you say your loan is disapproved. I tell them that I do farming and construction. They call me, take me $5,100 and call me, tell me that my loan is disapproved because construction is an unstable employment.
They never know that before them take it.
That's what I'm saying. And I call the manager, is over there in Spalding. I call the manager, I call the headquarters in Kingston. They are telling me if they never see signs, they no refund and all these type of things.
No,
they are doing business there for 2 years. And me have them for 2 years, them at these people for, because if they take $5,000 for 10 people for the day, it's $50,000.
No, but let me ask you now, you sign a paper saying you borrow the money to do some construction?
No, man, not construction, it's farming.
Farming, yeah. You borrow money.
What work me do, so I tell them, say I do farming and do construction when I can get it.
So where they on the paper why you borrow the money? Where they on the paper where you sign?
Well, they just gave me a receipt, you know, with the money.
No, but where you tell them say you're gonna do the money?
With the money that I spend, the $6,000.
Yeah, where you tell them say you're gonna do with the money where you borrow? Where you tell them say you're gonna do with it?
We tell them say I'm going to use some on the farm, buy some fertilizer and so, and chemical, and I'm going to use the rest to some buy and selling fish.
So how much money you borrow? You did not borrow?
4,500, and they asked me 450,000.
450,000 you not borrow.
They asked me, say, if I don't get that, how much I would take. So I tell him, say, well, you know, have to know, you know. They said me have to say. So me said 300,000.
So you're right. It right on the paper where you get from them. When you did a weight, you did have a paper when you did a weight from them.
No, sir. The only thing they gave me is a receipt for the.
No, then where you gonna do now then? So where you want to know? Where you gonna do? You just make it.
No, man.
People know.
What I'm saying now, the people them have to hear about these people that.
Okay, you just want people know. You just want people know say that's scam.
Right.
Okay.
Because they when I call her, they give me one number to call to, you know, and a pure excuse the woman I make, you know, because she has tell me say she has to start me in a business because and all those things. You understand?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Continue, man.
Well, I don't know.
The loan do that, you know. And everybody I talk to there is women, pure women inside here.
Oh, yeah?
The manager, woman, the workers, them a woman, and all these things.
Yeah, but if you call down here, you're going to hear pure woman too. If you call down here, a pure woman, you're going to hear. Yeah,
this cannot continue. Oh, the government could not give them license to take money from people. Now, if I have get the loan, you know, to bestow the friend.
Okay.
But you take me money, and you don't give me nothing, and I am the person that come to you to borrow.
All right, when you ask them why you not get the loan, what them say to you?
Them say construction is an unstable employment.
But that me I say no, when you go there, you should have make them sign a paper saying that you're going to do. And then you could have come out with the argument say,
they have tell you that never do. Because they write down all these things, you know.
Eh?
They have it on the file because they
but you don't have it by your file. Say that you go borrow the money for. Because them have it by, them tell you say construction is unstable from the time you come to them, and that them have say.
No, they didn't tell me that.
I never say them tell you. I say them have say if bring for themselves into good standing. You don't have nothing for say you did say that to them, because right now you can't say that them did say and go a court with it. Because if them didn't know, say them not going to lend the money because of unstrong. Them shouldn't take your money.
They can rob people, so this cannot.
But I'd let them do. I'd let them do you. What you mean them can't do it? I'd let them do you. You know, I'd let them do you. You're 5,000 gone up some amount. You hear what I say? You're 5,000 gone up some amount plus the $100. Where I feel the bus if you go back and work. Some people don't know what you're going to do. You just want to make them know. Well,
yeah,
make the people know.
I don't have anybody from the government, even on the program.
No, tomorrow you should have called for that. Tomorrow you should have called.
To do these things.
Tomorrow you should have called for that, though. At 90 minutes past 1, you know, nobody knows listen, you know. You know, say a church service may have not a night job.
We really go back to my heart.
Yeah, man, Iris,
oh, dear,
man, brought the church service to come talk about scamming. For those of you who just joined me, we started out the program with a tribute to Pat Kelly, Passway. Pat Kelly, great Jamaican artist. Yes, and we reach the stage and now with their Virgin Islands with a tune there, yes. El? What is?
Hello, Muta?
Yeah, man.
Yes, man as in brother. Good man.
Blessed man.
First time calling to, you know, always a listen.
I wonder why you called tonight, first time, after I listened so long.
You know, so I tried call a couple times to about 3 or 4 times before and never really go through.
Okay.
I try call for about 15 minutes now, I'm like, I go through.
You go through. All right, so give thanks.
Real, man. As I respect, I'm coming in late too now. I'm kind of catch the last part of the program here. You talk about Pat Kelly. Not too sure.
That's the first part, man.
Okay, that was a tribute. Yeah, me just hear the bridge and I talk about the scamming thing too. How I reach him.
Oh, you just start listening. Oh, you missed the whole of the program then. You missed the whole of the program.
It's the whole of the program.
Yeah, you have to go back. You have to go listen by YouTube, you know.
But I play.
I say you have to go listen by YouTube, you know.
Yeah, for real, man. But the scamming thing, I regular, only pie companies, them do that, yeah, man. Only pie companies, them do that, and them not tell the people that they're not fine print, you know. But they can't do nothing about that. Them just have to, as I say, tell the people, them basically.
Yeah, but them should have something for sure, so that they don't want to buy the money for still.
Right.
Them can't tell him say.
People follow that farm, but them have all of them copy.
Yeah, but them can't tell him say, if him did follow that farm with all of them details there, them couldn't go back and tell him no, say them no lend money because construction is not stable, because then them already know that before and don't lend him and don't make him pay him for him money.
Exactly.
You see, that sound like say, well, when him pay the money, them know say, well, rather than farming, brother, I want to deal with. No, sir, we don't deal with that, you know.
Yeah, and then him not have no security. I just a construction thing and security. So them should have. But it's a way that's so. Real, man.
All right, sir.
But me there, isn't me?
Yeah, man, give thanks, man.
I'm wearing the thing. I'm about the early 90s, isn't me?
All right.
Not the early 90s, and they are Spanish down the forward from to that side.
All right, so you never had a quote today?
No, sir, no,
okay,
sir.
Okay. All right, sir.
No, so we never end up in front of George, is That's close to us, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks, yeah?
Yes, sir, give thanks.
Come on, long time we throw it to me, I tell you. Cutting edge, we say, give thanks to the moment and the time and the energy, you know, give thanks to stay with me. You know, say over there forward there from 2 o'clock, little more, until 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. So we go through the pieces, and why Yellow Palm, my Christian friend them out there who really wonder why we say what we say. And all the things what we say. If you just go really check it out rather than just condemn what we say without any valid reason to condemn it. And most people who condemn it as a belief system that them have nothing to do with why them fight. Most of the times when people fight against you is an understanding that they miss. It crisscross. And it creates a kind of animosity. But we're back tough, we're back strong, man. We know if we take lick and take blow. For a long time we have to take it. And we can stand up and talk and reason. Because we listen to everything. Yeah, man. As I tell you, say, the music where we just play a while ago with Robbie Lynn there. We are listening to it from school. Please, Sunrise, please. We have all the vocal version too. And we can tell you the label, we can tell you how the label stay at the record. We can tell you the name of the label. And we can tell you the name of the song as an instrumental song and also a vocal. So we listen to what our mother used to listen to, as we are telling you in the first part of the program. And if you don't mind, Sharp, we have all what my granny used to listen to. And we listen to all kind of music. Conscious in the mind that appreciate all music. And everything we listen to we like, but we listen and we choose. See, we can't narrow ourselves. You know, we can learn a lot by isolating a lot. There's so much things out there to make life even more meaningful. Even things where you're dash way. One man rubbish is another man treasure. But we continue. We continue because we know so we're supposed to continue. The universal Ethiopian anthem. What I said, the universal Ethiopian anthem. Not to be confused with the Ethiopian national anthem. So, Rastafari, who's supposed to be more enlightened than most people as it relates to these things, must stop saying they are going to sing the Ethiopian national anthem. It's not the Ethiopian national anthem. It's the universal Ethiopian anthem. That is an anthem that used to start Marcus Garvey meetings and end with Marcus Garvey. So we must know that it is not, and I repeat, it is not the Ethiopian national anthem. I can play the Ethiopian national anthem too, but I just want them to know that we must do the right thing, and we can't be in the darkness if we know So this thing is where we used to say all the while, and now we say the knowledge of it come to light. We use the knowledge that come to light. And we'll tell you without a doubt, say, and I know most Rastafari in the darkness about it, where we just play a while ago, where every Rasta sing, is not the Ethiopian national anthem. Okay, so we say that, we're not say it again. Here we go. You can get a wool cap fit, let him wear it. Different style, jazz style. Bob Marley music, wool cap fit, let them wear it.